Hey, my wonderful divine masculine Taurus placements. Christina here, Ginger Mama, coming at you with your month of November extended Tarotscope. I apologize. These are getting up a little bit late. There were some delays and a lot of energy and things going on, but you know what? That happens. So that's okay. There's still a lot of time left in the month. So we're going to recap what has occurred this month, and you can see if that resonates with you. And then we're going to go forward into what is coming for the rest of the month of November for you Taurus placements, okay? Those of you new to my channel, please understand we all hold divine feminine and divine masculine energy. It's the yin-yang balance within us. So maybe watch both and see what resonates with you. Normally, if you're more avoidant, really into imbalanced sexual energy or obsessed with finances, you are more in the place of wounded masculine energy. If you are more anxiously attached or just like always seeking more emotional connection, feeling like your emotional needs are not met, or more emotional in general, then you are more in your wounded feminine energy, okay? So we're trying to get to balance of both. And if you have a divine counterpart, feel free to check in on theirs. Yeah, as the Empress comes out, let me tell you, if you guys know you have a divine counterpart, look, their chakras are opening. But I think many of you are in this place of like entertaining other options, and it's really messing with you energetically, divine masculine. When I was channeling for you, it wasn't like, understand, female, male bodies, it doesn't matter. We all hold both, okay, everyone? But the song coming in as I was channeling for you is like an older song. Is it Isis? I don't even know who sings it, but it's, tell me what we gonna do about us, because we know this is real life, or real love, or whatever it is, right? And so I feel like that energy of like, what are we going to do about us? Like many of you might be in this place this month of like, you've been entertaining lots of options. You've been out there having some sexual fun, but suddenly you're like, wait, why am I unhappy? Why is my energy off? Why am I having these dreams? Why am I anxious? Why am I stressed? What the hell is going on? Well, you're not in real authentic connection. You're not actually having sex the way like, it's not about the way you're having sex, right? You can have sex in like lots of fun, kinky ways, but like you're not committed within that. You're not actually in clarity with that, right? You're not speaking full truth or providing any emotional stability or clarity. And the feminine energy within you is desiring that and craving that. And feminines you have in your life are desiring that and craving that as well. So maybe tap in with that, okay? We had Venus and Scorpio opposite Uranus and Taurus on November 5th, all right? So Scorpio, again, loves to dive deep in. Scorpio also rules genitalia. So like, again, this feeling of like, what is sex? Like, what is passion? What is this really? What do I really want? Can it go higher than what I have experienced? And the answer is definitely yes. It can go into a divine union connection, but you can only get there if you're going to harness that energy, pull back from partners and go inward first to heal and ascend and align and really figure out who your divine counterpart is and how that energy works, because it is intense, let me tell you. So some of you may be pulling back from that, hopefully, or feeling energetically stuck. Look, a burden here of any sexual energy you're carrying. Sorry, my cards are so shiny. It's almost like you're blinded by the light of that. Like, there's no way it does. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gold. It's gold what Source is trying to give you within your sexual life. But you have to understand, time, sex, money, emotional maturity, and intimacy, all of it is energy that is equal. And if you're only thinking it operates in this one way or hoarding it in this way, then it never works in duality and union with another, okay? Uranus, by the way, when we talk about money, Wheel of Fortune reversed, many of you are feeling like work is a burden. You're stuck. You're like, I don't understand. Why is this so hard? I keep putting in overtime. I keep doing this and that. Why? The bills, everything else. The reason is, again, Four of Swords, are you not harnessing your sexual energy? The universe is trying to show you through dreams, meditations, everything. Pull back, go inward. We're trying to show you where to put your emotional energy, and then finances will become easier. Understand that Uranus is retrograde in Taurus, okay, until January 22nd. August 23rd is when that started. And this retrograde is how we relate to money, our passionate career endeavors, etc. But it's also how we rethink partnerships. And so can we have love and work together, right? If you're not providing emotional maturity towards others or towards a connection, work is going to be difficult for you. And if you believe in any higher power, it would make sense that they can control your finances as well. And you're like, no way, Christina. Well, way. Watch it. See what happens, okay? Because you're being called to rebirth yourself. Scorpio season demands rebirth. You're being called to start a new cycle here where you protect your energy, where you protect connections that matter to you. And as we talk about that, connections that matter to you, on the 8th, we had this huge full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus. Mercury moved into Scorpio. Any conversations we were having felt a lot more like people might have been demanding of you more depth, more clarity. They were really going deep or talking about astrology or spirituality or whatever. Like, what does real love mean? And you're kind of like, whoa, like this is deep. And yeah, if you can't match that energy will be pulled from you. You're being asked to match it, okay? That's what this is right now. If you cannot get on the same frequency, you're being stripped of those other connections. And this is part of a 3-part series, everybody. It started on November 19th, 2020. That was right when we were coming out of COVID, like stuff all around the world. It still wasn't over, but a lot of us had been in isolation, a lot of friction around connections, a lot of feelings of loneliness. And it was this energy of like, what do I really want in life? A lot of masculine energy kind of blew up with like, I think I want to have a whole bunch of sex, And cool, sex is great, but like now they've done all that and now they're like, shit, I'm not happy in it, right? And that's what we're trying to wrap up here is like the understanding of why that occurred and what the imbalance was there. And so November 8th, we just had, like I said, this next cycle in that. The next one, the final one, will close out on October 28th, 2023. So if you're making the choice right now to release those past behaviors, to speak truth of what you've done, whether that's cheating or lying or multiple partners or you just chose the wrong partner, you'll be feeling much better a year from now. You're going to be in such a wonderful place. But if you're not doing that, you're really going to struggle. You're really going to struggle, Taurus. And by the way, that Taurus lunar eclipse, it really rocked you, I'm sure. Energetically, everything else. And Scorpio is also fixed. Fixed sign placement becomes their heels really dig in. I'm not moving. I did nothing wrong. I don't want to change. And the universe is asking you to like be fixed in the next thing, right? Like let go of this thing to then focus on the next task, okay? The next thing or relationship or whatever it might be. And so this is an earthquake for many of you. You're like, I don't know. Are you sure? And the universe is like, yep, you're ready. We got the lineup for you, okay? So you must take an action, or you were called to take an action. If you did, you're probably feeling a little bit better right now on the 13th, right? The 1111 portal was also significant. A lot going on. If you did not take an action, you might still be a little bit uncomfortable in this energy, okay? So focus on what you need to be grateful for. Yes, we have Thanksgiving coming up, absolutely. All about gratitude. But furthermore, the astrology called for this, okay? Are you thankful for what you already have? The connections you already have, the money you already have, that you have a roof over your head. Are you really walking around each day like, thank you for that, thank you for that, thank you for the sunset, thank you for all of this? Or are you just like obsessed with, other shit, right? Many of you walked away from a feminine energy because you feel like they were too imbalanced in their emotions in the past. You were like, but they were crazy emotional. Well, many of them, if they're emotional, whether that's tears or anger or whatever, they're mirroring to you that you're not providing any safety or protection or emotional closeness for them, right? If you're being really cold and distant, things like that, they're always going to feel unsettled in that. So they're going to stir up emotions to protect themselves. And if you don't do anything to engage with that, they're going to go. They're going to realize, hey, you're lying about something. Even if you're like, I'm not trying to pick a fight, it's like, but you're leaving out important truths, or you're not providing emotional honesty. And if you can't do that, these people are going to be stripped from you. You're not showing gratitude towards these people. I mean, are there children involved? The 6 of Cups. Are these mothers of your children? Are you showing gratitude towards that? What happened in your childhood that made you think that you could just take advantage of nurturing energy and then not actually nurture it back? Do you know what I mean? It's like you shut down that feminine side of you and you were like, nope, they're just always going to be there. My mother, my sister, the lover, and I'm going to go do whatever the hell I want. That is ego. That is dark fucking shit. That's what we're here to clear. You yourself are not dark, but you are if you are hearing this message and you choose consciously to do the opposite. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're not going to start taking accountability for the ways maybe you hurt somebody else, all right? So, not to freak you out, Taurus, you got this, okay? I love you. You're going to get there, all right? But you've got to first really look in the mirror and be like, am I fixed in a behavior that is harming someone else? Am I fixed in this idea that like I am better than others? Or am I seeing the collective whole here and how I serve others? Because you feel really stalled out right now. I feel like you're just obsessed with money. Money will not improve until later in the year, next year, January, February, and only if you've done the emotional work. You don't have to believe me, but that is true. The 22nd is Sagittarius season kicking off. Again, you guys are going to be really stalled out if you didn't do the release work. You should be feeling better in this. Normally, as we move towards new moon cycles, which is on the 23rd, we're feeling a lot more grounded, confident, excited. These can be new romantic cycles. These can be just like romantic cycles with ourselves. Like these can be this feeling of like, I can manifest anything and create anything, right? And if you did the work, you're in good karma. You're not judging others. You're not critical of others. You're like, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. Like we're all going to build new earth. Like you're in this great energy. But if you're not doing that, you're really going to struggle, okay? You always struggle more on new moons if you did not take the action with a full moon, okay? The 29th, we have Mercury in Sagittarius opposing Mars in Gemini. And there's also a sextile with Saturn in Aquarius. So this feeling of kind of like unpredictable communication where you're not quite sure whether you're communicating with someone or they are. Like, okay, is this person like angry with me or are they not? This can be a really beautiful new beginning if the communication is authentic. But especially masculine energy right now, you're running the risk of like, if you feel pushed to reach out, you're like, okay, I'm having dreams, visions, images, like I feel like I know it's that past person. If you reach out and you're just doing the like kind of lame, like, happy Thanksgiving, hope all is well, peace. And you're not like, hey, happy Thanksgiving, I'm really grateful for you. I really miss our connection. I'd really love to get together if you have a chance. Can we plan a time to get together and talk? Like, there's a big difference in that communication, right? There's maturity in one, and authenticity, and emotional vulnerability. And the other one is the total opposite. It's just immature, like, I'm just checking in to make sure you still care about me so I can keep doing my own thing and I don't care what you're doing. So pay attention to that, okay? Because especially these feminines, they're going to respond accordingly. They are the empresses. They have been leveling up for a long time. And if you try to reach out with any of that shit, it's not enough. It's not enough. They're going to be like, nope, you're childish. It's hopeless. They do not want to be your mothers. They do not want to just nurture the shit out of you whenever you need it and you don't protect them. My phone dings. Like, what are you really trying to manifest here? Why are you even talking to this person or thinking about this person if you just want this like petty player energy? Like, you're either going to mature and level up or just go accept what it is you want to do and stay in that energy. You wouldn't be watching this reading if not, right? I'm not trying to be hard on you, but at the same time, like, this is the energy. It's like shit or get off the pot. Like, I just feel like this energy of like so many of you living in the past. Like, what do you mean? I got to grow up? It's like this Peter Pan energy. It's like, no, they'll wait on me. It's like, who told you someone would wait on you? What kind of arrogance is that within you? I mean, I'm just, I feel like this direct energy of you. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Who told you it was all about coin? Who told you God couldn't take money from you if you're not treating people right? The devil told you that, right? The devil told you you could fuck whoever you want. The devil told you you could screw whoever you wanted. The devil told you it was all about money and sex and all this shit. It ain't. And I don't know this, I don't say it ain't, but like maybe somebody out there, they talk like that. Well, it ain't. It ain't. Ace of Pentacles, I always take his hand of God confirming in my deck. And I'm telling you right now, many of you, I feel like you're not willing to take a risk on the higher realms, on God. And you're not realizing by not taking a risk on the higher realms in God, you are therefore choosing darkness. It's a choice you are making to dance in that energy. And so you'll feel it more and more. Maybe seeing shadows, again, coming in your dreams. You're going to feel it. And you're going to be like, what is this? Well, you're not taking the action outwardly to clear it. Because I assure you, you can, okay? I love all of you. This just feels kind of intense, Taurus. All right, Divine Masculine, what do you need to know with the moon oracle cards, okay? Like, have hope here, okay? If you're doing the work, it's going to be fine, okay? I swear it will be fine. I'm not saying this to freak you out. But you've got to get to a place where you're like, okay, I recognize what's occurring. It's occurring for the entire collective. I'm a part of that. This is not all about me, okay? Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. I feel like now through Aquarius season, this is going to be a big theme for you. If you can bring love and authenticity into connections, you're going to have this beautiful rebirth occur within you and other connections. And that will lead into your finances as well. But if you keep holding on, you're going to struggle. Look, prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus, your sign. You have love, you have prosperity, but only if you can get over that fear that you hold about being emotionally vulnerable. Ask yourself where that comes from. What past childhood shadow has you holding on to this idea that if you're emotionally vulnerable, you will be reprimanded? And I understand, especially male bodies, but female bodies too. Many people, whether it was parents or society, whoever it was, they said, nope, you better man up, you better woman up, stop crying, stop this, stop that, deal with it on your own. But you got to the place where now you're doing that to other people. And that's not okay. That's not okay. It didn't feel good when they did it to you, did it? No. So don't do it to others, all right, Taurus? I love all of you. I will see you back next month. Feel free to visit my website, gingermama.com with the 3 A's if you'd like to book a personal reading. Also check out your moon and rising and Venus sign if you're curious, and maybe your counterparts if you're in separation. I love all of you. I will see you next month.